yell at you. There we go. So I have a block set up here. It's really nice with a pillow or a bolster to do this as well. And you're just going to come down onto your mat, feet hip distance apart, and then bring a block or bolster underneath the hips. And I'm not going too high today. I'm just going on the lowest level, but you can for sure bring it up higher. And you want it low down, so not in the low back, but down at the sacrum. Make sure that it is comfortable and sustainable for you. And then if it feels right to do so, you can start to bring your legs out long and bring your arms up over. Said I was going to do the lower one, but then it feels like stupid. What you want to feel here is a space between the hip bones. You want to feel that opening. You want to feel that nice, beautiful stretch. And in the neck, finding length, but tipping the shin back so you have space. So a few more moments to get settled into this posture. And again, making sure that you're comfortable, as we'll be here for the beginning of the practice. And as I lead the guided meditation, if you fall away from my voice, not to worry, it wasn't for you. Settling and relaxing into your breath. See if you can draw your breath all the way down to the toes with a nice strong inhale. And an equally strong exhale draws the navel in toward the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, feeling the tension melt out of the face. And begin to draw your awareness to the space between your hips, the space of the sacral chakra. And here you see an orange light. It may be dull, it may be bright. Start to see this light spin counterclockwise. However this looks or feels for you. Breathe into this spinning, allowing it to move faster and faster with each breath. Breaking up anything that is stuck or stagnant. And as the space becomes freer, allow any fragments, anything that needs to drain out, to travel down the legs and out through the toes and down the body and out through the fingertips. So you are draining from this space. And this may feel kind of like lava or like a warm liquid. Perhaps it's a light or a current. Just embracing however this feels for you. Notice any thoughts or memories, faces or places that come up at this time. Just observing. Not thinking or analyzing. Cultivating those long, slow, deep breaths. A few more long, slow, deep breaths from the toes to the fingertips. And then begin to bring your arms to the side. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Lift your hips up off of whatever was supporting them and slowly lower down the spine of the neck. Pausing when you reach the curve in your back. Relax the thighs and hips and then lowering them down to the ground. Keep yourself still here. Bring your palms down to the floor in a T position. Just let your lower back. You just feel the earth rise up to it. Send your legs out long. Flex your toes back toward you. Bring your arms to your side. On an inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead. On an exhale, we'll sit all the way up, folding forward over the leg. Reaching for the feet or bringing your hands to the earth. Folding over, just surrender to your breath. And then releasing the hands up, shoulder height, sitting up nice and tall. We'll slowly lower down to the earth. Reach the arms up overhead. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, sit all the way up, forward fold. And maybe laughing, bringing a little joy to your practice. Let's bring the hands up in line with the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall, engage the core. Slowly lower down to the earth. Reach the arms up overhead, point the toes, nice stretch. Flex the toes back toward the face on an exhale. Sit up, forward fold. Release the hands from the feet or from wherever they are. Sitting up nice and tall, hands to your side. Slide the left hand out about a foot and a half. Right hand out of right hip, up and over. Ground the right hip. So we're taking a nice side stretch. Breathing into the right rib. Feet are as close together as you can bring them. And inhale up and over to the other side. So right hand down to the floor, ground the left fingertip up and over. Breathe into the left rib. Try to keep the leg in line. Breathe into and release the knees from that tension, that gripping. Inhale up. Twisting over to the left side, left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left back. This is a gentle twist here. No need to like force or push yourself into it. Take it gently. And inhale up to center and over to the right back. And lift and lengthen the spine over the right shoulder. Inhale the arms. Exhale the forward fold over the legs. So again, maybe your fingertips are on the floor, maybe you're holding on to your shin, or maybe you're holding on to the find your breath. Inhale to come back up. Let's flip over into table position. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Find a flat back, so pull your belly up and reach out to the crown of the head. And let's hold here, finding that position. So really and truly pulling that belly up and in. Become aware of the tops. So gently pressing into each toe if it connects to the earth. Becoming aware of your fingertips, pressing into the fingertips, pressing into the space between the index finger and thumb, creating that pocket at the center of your palm. And from here, we send the right leg out long. Big toe pointing down. Take a look back at the right big toe and see that it is pointing down. Your leg is no higher than your hip. Left arm alongside the ear, reach out to the fingertips. Lift the belly up and in. And breathe. Long neck. Try not to collapse into the shoulders. Fill your belly up. Draw the needle in. And then place the left hand back on the earth. Send the right leg out to the side. Rounding the outside edge of the foot, so your foot is in line with your knee. Walk the fingertips back. And slide the right hand down the right leg, left hand out of left hip, up and over, big toe. Chest and heart toward the sky. Breathe into the belly. On your next inhale, coming up, And then bringing the left hand directly under the left shoulder, lifting the right leg, right toe points forward, right fingertips to the back. So you have the option here to lower and lift, or to hold in place. So maybe your leg isn't up very high, maybe it's just a little bit up off the ground, no worry. Just holding here, feeling that engagement in the outer right thigh. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You're lowering and lifting, finding your pace. And we're here for 2 and 1. Drop the right foot, ground the outside edge, top arm comes up and over, nice big stretch from the toes to the fingertips. And then the right hand down, back into table. All right, again, finding your table, belly in toward the spine. Lengthen out through the neck, so not letting your head drop and hang here. You want to keep a nice length there, grounded to the fingertips. Send the left leg back and up. Big toe pointing down, hips are square, belly up and in. Find that belly breath. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, navel in toward the sky. Right arm alongside the ear. And hold in here with the breath. Belly into. Draw the navel in toward the spine. Drop the right hand under the right shoulder. Step the left leg out to the side. Foot in line with the hip. Walk your fingertips back toward the knee. Coming up to half standing, I guess. Slide the left hand down the left leg, right arm up and over. Gate pose, chest and heart toward the sky, into the belly. Draw the navel in on your exhale. Your next inhale, coming up, right hand underneath the right shoulder, left leg lifts. Left fingertips to the sky. Again, we want that rotation where the big toe is pointing forward. So if your foot is on an angle, rotating the big toe forward. Try not to crash all of your weight into your palm. And you can lower and lift here if that is part of your journey today. Or you can hold. Option, option. If your bum is sticking out and back, press the hips forward. Breathe deeply into the belly. Draw that navel up and in on your exhale. And we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the foot. Top arm comes up and over. Nice, beautiful, long side angle. Drop the left hand, coming back into table. Connect the big toes together. Walk the knees wide. Sink your hips back towards your heels. We'll take a child's pose, but turn the palms up toward the sky, finding a rotation in the shoulder. Third eye comes to the earth or to a block. You can also place something underneath the hips. Breathe deeply into the hip, filling the back ribs. Turn the palms down toward the floor. Shift forward, keeping the feet together. They'll come up toward the sky and we drop down onto the elbows, the forearms. We need to walk the knees out a little bit wider. So we're creating this diamond shape with the legs, elbows underneath the shoulder. Lift the chest, lift the heart, let the shoulders roll down the back. Close your eyes and see what it means to breathe deeply into the belly in this posture. More round breath. Send the left leg out long, toes tucked. Send the right leg out long, toes tucked. You can bring your hands together, interlacing the fingers, creating a tripod with the arms. Or keep your arms the way that they were, parallel to one another. We're going to lift up the hips, send them back, and walk the feet toward the elbows, coming into dolphin. In our dolphin, pedaling out the leg. So this is a beautiful alternative to downward dog in that we are not putting pressure on our wrists, but try to bring the wrists down to the earth. So if you feel them kind of lifting up, press them down. Lifting those hips up nice and high. Lowering one heel and then the other. Press into the left palm and then the right and up into downward facing dog. Walk up to meet your palm. Moving from toe to heel. And fold forward over the leg. A little bend in the knee. Lengthen the body. Hands to the elbow. Let the head hang. You'll stay here. Just relaxing the upper body. You start to sway from side to side. Just a little bit. Switch the cross of your arm. So opposite arm is on top. Your feet are hip distance, which is 2 fists between the arches of your feet. The second toe is straight forward. Your inner thigh is rotating outward. You're relaxing your entire upper body. If you get the shakes, the legs, just embracing that. Finding peace through the breath. If you're swaying, come back to center. Ground all 4 corners of the feet. Send the arms out wide and inhale all the way up to standing. Keep reaching the fingertips up toward the sky. Ground all 4 corners of the right foot and lift the left knee just so it's in line with the hip. So we're not lifting the knee up here. We're lifting it so it's in line with the hip. So we have a lower core engagement. Use your thumbs if you need to create that shape. Fingertips up toward the sky. All right, so we're holding here. Belly up and in. Finding a channel of energy down through the fingertips and out. Send the left foot back, coming into a high lunge. Bend into the front knee. Start to bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot to a block even, so you can place a block there. Right fingertips toward the sky. Right hand to the earth, step the back foot up to meet the front foot, forward fold. Ground all four corners of both feet, send the arms out wide, inhale all the way up. Reaching the fingertips up toward the sky, ground all four corners of the left foot and lift the right knee in line with the hip, belly up and in. Nice straight back, flex. So you'll find that if you bring your knee up higher, it'll be easier. Find that place where you feel the core engagement. Finding your balance, finding your point of focus. Once you have found that point of focus, step the right foot back, high lunge. Staying up on the back toes, front knee over, front ankle. Breathe into the belly. And then right fingertips coming down to a blocker to the earth, left fingertips to the sky. And step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Make sure you have enough space around you because we're going to take a super fun way up to standing. I think most of you have done this with me before, but if not, get ready. All right, so we're going to let our arms just hang. So let them move back and forth here from side to side. Kind of like orangutan arms. The glamorous practice of yoga. All right, so we're just letting arms hang. And then we'll start to take that swivel from side to side, so drawing circles around with the arm side to side. And it becomes more developed as we go, so we start to turn the chest part up as the arm comes up, feeling that rotation in the back, feeling that different back. And keep going until you get a little bit higher each time. Arms are completely relaxed. Your upper body is completely relaxed. Surrender into this movement. And keep going. You get a little bit higher each time. There is a movie from the, I want to say the 60s. It's called The Trouble with Angels. If anyone has ever seen it, there's a dance teacher who's like, now you're willows. And they kind of do this. I'm thinking about that. You're willows. And we're coming up a little bit higher each time. Let this movement be free. Until you're coming up pretty much to standing and then swooping down to the floor. Feet are still fixed. And then you swoop a little higher each time, so we're not going all the way down to the ground. Coming up higher. Willows. Some days I'm that teacher. And then you're just waving your hands in the air. Like, you don't care. I don't care. It's Sunday. Side to side. And then let's bring it through center. We're going to move straight into kidney punching, arm pose. I don't know what to call it. Arms in line with the shoulders. And you let them swing. Again, your arms are loose and relaxed. And you're punching your kidneys or you're punching your hip. So they float up. from side to side. We marry it with a breath. So it's an intense inhale, sharp inhale at center, sharp exhale from side to side. And it sounds like this. If you need a little bit of relief in the legs, you can make micro bends on each side. So a little bit of a stepping motion, or keep the legs fixed. Try not to lock out the knee, and we're breathing. Let the arms come up high. This is the most fun you've had in weeks. Letting the arms fling around. You're free. Find that breath. We're going to start to slow it down. Still with the breath. Finding a point to focus on in front of you at eye level. Bringing those arms in until you're just swiveling around the spine. A little swivel, side to side. Keep that swivel going until you come stillness, palms facing forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, reach out to the crown of the neck. On an exhale, plant the palms. We step back to downward facing dog. Lower the knees. Walk the palms forward. Lower your chest towards the ground. Tipping the tailbone toward the wall in front of you. Happy puppy. Open the shoulder. Press into the palm. Shift forward into Sphinx. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms nicely planted. Draw the wrist down toward the earth. Deep breath into the belly. Deep breath out. Navel into the side. Shoulders relax down. If you are low to the ground, tuck your elbows in. Okay, so often it's this kind of situation. We tuck the elbows in. Lift up to the heart. All right, you can stay here or follow me. So we're going to lift the right leg and the left, reach back to the toes. Feeling firmly placed here, you can start to reach your arms out to your side. I'm flying, like that. Oh no. Okay. And if you want to double down on that, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands forward. So you're reaching back to the toes, reaching back to the hands, or maybe you're still in Sphinx. That's okay too. Plant the palms underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Walk up to meet your palms. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, send the arms out wide, turn the palms up to the sky. Inhale all the way up. And exhale your hands to heart center. Release your arms to your sides, palms facing forward. Deep breath into the belly. Deep breath out. Deep breath into the belly. And deep breath out. Next, inhale all the way up. Reach up toward the sky. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, belly toward the thigh. Come up onto the toes, shift forward onto the knees, walk the palms forward so you can keep the toes tucked under for balance or come to the tops of the feet. Both options are available. We're walking the palms out. Maybe you place a block or a bolster under the chest, bring it down toward the earth, open the shoulder. And then pressing into the palm, shifting forward into the Sphinx. I'm too long for my mat, so I have to constantly adjust. If that's you too, just little wiggles. Finding that space, elbows underneath the shoulders pull down the back. And you have the option to stay here or to bring the feet closer together, lifting the right leg and then the left, reaching back to the toe. Once you've found stability here, navel in toward the spine, you lift the palms up off earth. Send the arms out wide. Whee! I'm flying. And I can't believe I'm recording this. Okay. If you would like to interlace the fingers behind the back, doing that now. Opening that chest. Drawing the hands back. Feet are lifted up off the earth. Warrior instinct. If you're up high, hands underneath the shoulders. All of us, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, back to downward facing dog. Walk up to meet your palms into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the elbows in, nice and long through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, the hands start center. Release your arms to your side. Take a deep breath into the belly. And a deep breath out. Breath into the belly. And deep breath out. Last one, longest one. Into the belly. Exhale out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat up. Exhale, plant the palms, back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, belly toward the thigh. And then drop the knees, walk the palms out, sink the chest apart. Happy puppy. There can be a nice stretch in the belly here as well. Open the shoulder. And then shift forward into Sphinx. So once again, you're welcome to stay here in Sphinx, elbows underneath the shoulder, belly up and in, long neck, and lift the feet up off the floor. This time, bending into the send the right hand back to the right foot, and then send the left hand back to the left foot. Pressing the hands into the feet, into the hands, lifting the thighs up off the floor, warrior instinct. Or take a cobra if that feels right. And then releasing the hands underneath the shoulders. Everybody tuck your toes under, send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Walk up to meet your palms. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. On your inhale, send your arms wide all the way up. Standing. And exhale, the hands start. Hands to your sides, palms facing forward, close your eyes. And breathe down into your and up and down. Beautiful grounding energy. you're out of breath, catching your breath. If you feel a little bit dizzy, finding your center, finding your heart, your heart and your solar plexus, the upper belly. Just focusing on that. Or observing our body, observing how our bodies have reacted to the movement that we do. We're observing our breath. Grab all four corners of the right foot, turn out at the left hip. Eyes open, finding a point to focus on. Everybody bring your foot to your ankle. So the left is turned out. Notice if the right foot is on an angle, try and bring it straight. So the second toe is pointing forward, the inner thigh rotates outward, lift up from the hip, lift up from the belly, hands to heart center. Holding here, are you crunching your bum cheek together? But that's up. I mentioned the bum stretching. Relax the bum. It's okay. If you want to extend your arms up to where the sky is, do that now. And these are the branches of your tree. You reach the sunlight, grab some sunlight into the fingertips, draw it down. All right, let's take a big step out with the right foot. Turn the left foot. Turn the right toes out. So we're coming into the shape with a turnout in both feet out wide. Bend into the knees, cross the hips forward into goddess. Arms in line with your shoulders. Palms facing forward, bend at the elbows. So you can see your big toe, you're rotating your inner thigh outward. Your bum is not sticking out, it is pressing forward. Relax the bum cheek. Move to the feet if you need space. And then sinking all the way down. Turn the outside edges of the feet parallel with what would be the outside edges of the mat. So turning your big toes inward. We're taking a wide-legged forward fold. Walk the fingertips out and pull down. Crown of the head reaches down toward the earth. Turn the heels in towards center. Come back up through goddess. Lifting the belly. Breathe into that belly. Send the arms out long, straighten the legs. And then heel toe your feet back towards center. Ground all four corners of the left foot. Lifting up from the arch, turn out the right hip. Right foot comes to the left ankle. And start. Again, noticing the angle of your foot. That left inner thigh is rotating outward, but mostly we are breathing down into that foot, rooting down. I'm fantasizing about buckets of water being dumped over my head right now. Reaching the fingertips up to the sky if that feels right. Those branches that draw in a breathe. That's what I want. A breeze in my wings. What do you want? That's a fun little question. And release the right foot. Fold forward over the left. Take a step back with the right foot. Straighten the left leg. So you can come up on the right toes. If you need space to keep the left leg straight, try not to lock the knee, little micro bend in the knee. Breathing into the stretch of the right leg. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps back. Same stretch, second side. And then plant the palms, step both feet back, downward facing dog. Lower down to the earth. Come over onto your back. Haha, you have arrived. Arms out to your side. So option here to cross the leg, cross the right leg over the left. Shift your hips to the right side of the mat. And let the knees fall over to the left side. If you don't want your legs crossed, or if that's just not a thing for you, do it with your legs uncrossed. Same principle, shifting your hips over to the right side of the mat and letting the knees fall over to the left side. Scooping up the left shoulder blade, place it back down. We want all fingertips and all parts of the upper back around you. You can use a block or a blanket or a pillow to support them. Or maybe between you're not legs crossed. And make this twist count by filling the entire torso with breath. Repeated jazziness at sparkle. We're limited only by your imagination. And this is our great reset. We know now that we are leaving things that we would have been carrying to our day that just would weight us down. We don't need, we're releasing that. We've released with our practice already. And anything we take forward, coming back to center, is what we need to take forward. There's a lesson to learn. There's something we need in what we bring forward. And we'll prepare for our twist on the other side. So if you're crossing the left leg over the right, doing that now. Lift your hips and place them to the left side of the mat. Let the knees drop over to the right side. And each side will be different, so lift to what is needed. Scooping up the right shoulder blade, place it back down. You're putting onto your left finger. And this could be a good time to give an intention. Not even think, just allow an intention to learn. What feeling are you trying to cultivate in your life at this time? So maybe calm, might be peace, clarity, love, gratitude, whatever it is to you. Just have that in mind. When we release this twist and come to our resting posture, we have all those spaces in our bodies to fill the new intention. Everything we release has to be replaced. You're ready, unwinding from your twist head first, and then the knee. Resting your lower back into the earth for a moment. You may want to place a bolster or rolled up blanket under the knee to help support the lower back. Let's go ahead and bring the arms to our sides, palms up. And when you're ready, send the right leg out long and then the left. Maybe you experience that kind of arrival. Feeling that tension wash over you. Picking up the spaces from head to toe, fingertips. Traveling out the pulse with the breath. Your mind wanders, come back to the breath or come back to that space between your hips, to that orange light. See it move through the body with the breath. And this is the energy of nurturing. This is the love we give ourselves. It is safe to be seen. And feeling the earth rise up to meet you and hold you in this space, relaxing your body into that support. Access Earth's inner wisdom. Feel the support, this warm orange light, the earth beneath you, and know that you can always ask for help. You can always seek support. You are not alone. Embrace who you are. Awaken to your soul's potential. And if you feel you are being tested, have faith and stand in your truth. There is courage within you. When you're ready, and as always, you're always welcome to stay in Shavasana if you need a longer rest. We just ask that you move through this transition process whenever you do eventually come out. If you'd like to follow my guidance, start to bring awareness back into the body, moving the head and the neck, maybe the muscles of the face, the nose, jaw. Move the toes and the fingers, the wrists and the ankles. There may be something that your body wants or needs at this point. Reach your arms overhead, point the toes, take a nice big stretch long on the earth. Breathe into that stretch, fill your entire body with breath. Then release. Stand your feet on the floor, mat distance apart, rocking the knees from side to side. Whenever it feels right to do so, find stillness, knees together, feet mat distance apart. Right hand to the heart space, left hand to the belly for our moment of gratitude. So I invite you to find whatever it is that you're grateful for today. Seeing it in your mind's eye, or just hearing the word, however it comes to you. If you're struggling to find that gratitude, maybe remembering a time when you felt truly grateful, and just recalling that memory and that feeling. And gratitude is the greatest armor we have in this life, allowing us to be vulnerable and strong at once. Gratitude is big, and it reaches deep, deep enough to touch even the darkest places in ourselves, to lift heavy grief. To alleviate pressure. And all we have to do is remember what we're grateful for that moment. We have this nurturing and protection. And feel this gratitude radiate out from you, taking up space in your body. In the room, wherever you are, see it expand. There is no limit to how far this gratitude can extend. When you're ready, reach your right arm alongside the ear, turning over onto your right side into the fetal position. This time of transition, where we receive this practice from ourselves, showing up as an act of self-love and self-care. And it's cliche, but truly the hardest thing is to show up. And you did it. You're here at the end. But we're not quite done yet. So we're pressing up to seated, finding a comfortable seat. We are going to close this class with a feeling of connection. So everybody, let's rub our hands together to create some friction. If you're still in Shavasana, feel free to join in, creating heat in the palms. And then when your palms are warm, bring your hands to your sides, palms facing forward or up if you are lying down. And you now receive through your palms a feeling of connection from the root that connects us all in the song that sings the universe. kindness, compassion, empathy, community, support. We stand within this flow. We feel and receive this energy into the heart space. We know we are not alone. And remembering your intention, send it out through the left palm and see it travel around the circle. Perhaps there are people you wish to place in this circle who need this energy as well. Seeing, feeling that, just knowing that they're there. This energy moves as a current from right to left around the circle, an endless flow of energy that we don't have to store, we don't have to block, we don't have to hoard or keep for ourselves. As we give it out, it comes back to us from right to left around the circle. Drawing your hands to your heart, bow your head to it. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. This has been a wonderful experience. Always.